they're doing twining tusks is a greeting.
Oh, yeah.
Hi, I like you, I remember you, let's be friends. And for everything they do, it means something. You know, they know better than I do. But when an elephant puts its tusk on the other elephant's head, it's a way of greeting. It's also, I learned this from a keeper, it's a way of saying, I know you're the boss and I agree with this, I am subservient unto you. So, you know, we do it through gestures or words, you know, in our hands, but they everything is really their trunk. It has a lot of meaning. And Masholo, you will see him often lying down and letting Lucy, and this is saying, you're dominant over me, which of course he really isn't,
Yeah.
but he's making him feel good, you see. It's like a dad playing with the son, letting the son win,
Yeah.
even though the dad could, oh, I beat dad, you
Yeah.
know. It's you know, so it's like that. So there's a lot that goes on that the keepers know, and they can tell you. But it's a lot of fun to watch.
I bet.
And you can tell they're talking.
Yeah.
And then their head shaking and they've been doing a study for years on their talking, and this came out in June 2013, and Diane Bell in our local paper, San Diego Zoo finds elephants can communicate undetected. And of course, you know, I knew that because I knew that they've been doing it for a long time. And so they used to wear collars, and so yeah. And San Diego Zoo is now San Diego Zoo Global. We want to be known as a conservation zoo, and so these are some of our many projects that we work with other people around the world to try to save the animals. And so we're taught as volunteers to try to stress conservation. And you don't have to go to Africa. You can look in your own backyard to see the species. Just go online. The species, the native species that are dying out. You don't have to go far. And one species is affected by the other. And because one species needs, say, the mice to eat, well, if the mice get sick and die, then what's that species going to eat? You know, it's amazing. In other words, we all need one another. We don't want to think that, but we do. Look at, I put 7/11. The bombing in New York City, 9/11. You know, people kind of banded together, tried to help one another. You know? And so that's what our conservation is trying to help the animals survive. And trying to help the people understand the value of what they've got. Like the bushmeat trade is gibbons and mandrills and deer and monkeys. But this is, the people, they don't have a way to make it a living. There is no industry in a lot of countries in Africa. I've been to Uganda. The biggest plant in Uganda, the biggest business is Coca-Cola. The Coca-Cola plant outside of Kampala, the capital of Uganda. You would think you were in New Jersey.
Oh,
I
really?
mean, it's pristine, it's gorgeous, it's big, it's green grass. It looks like, oh, it's a plant. I'm in New Jersey as you drive by.
Huh.
However, it's all high gates, and at the entrance is a man with a rat-a-tat machine gun.
Wow.
You know you're in Africa. Mm-hmm. But this plant is just, and they love Coca-Cola. And they have bottles. And you'll see the big